Do you feel like your money is controlling you or it's the other way around? Sometimes I feel like it does because there's that temptation of just spending even what you don't have. How many times do you have that feeling of you just want to spend? Sometimes you feel like you can almost borrow. Comment below if you relate. And this is not because you want to buy those things, but it's because you feel like these things, everything around you is just lovely, it's just good, and you want it. Sometimes they are even desires, not needs. Comment down below if you are a victim. In this video, we are going to discuss a few things we can do or I do to be able to have a good relationship with my money. Money is the key to everything. It can make you successful or it can bring you down because the temptation of spending. How many times have I found myself in debt because I wanted to buy that fine thing that I could not afford? That was me back in the days when I thought life is about today and it's okay to borrow for anything that you want. You'll find that I could have M-Shwari, M-Pesa, KCB loan and everything just to buy that something extra. Of course, it was not extravagant things or expensive things, but these small things. But when you accumulate them, they become something big and they impact on your budget. This I have now managed to overcome, and before I spend, I plan. Even if it is for my groceries, I have to plan how I'm going to spend and how I'm going to save. Remember, we are also all about saving and spending, and on that spirit, it is important to be cognizant of what you need to work on. So that's my life then, my life now. I am one person who plans. I save for the things that I want to buy. I plan for the things that I plan to buy in the future. What am I saying? I have set my short-term, medium, and long-term goals. Comment down if you already have your goals and you're tracking. Allow me to introduce myself at this point. My name is Jessie, and on this channel we talk about finance, personal development, travel, and charity. Of course, if this is your kind of content, you can consider joining the family by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. Here are the tips of what I did to be able to get out of that situation. The first thing is I understood my money mindset. What do I mean? Take a moment and assess yourself and how you believe about money. If you feel there are limiting beliefs, you can assess and see what you need to work on. The first mindset is I can do much more or I cannot do it. There are times you look at something and you're always wondering, can I even afford it? There are times you look at something and you tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to do what it takes to own this item. These are two aspects. Of course, remember the key thing is to assess between needs and wants. In this case, we have already addressed our needs and we are going to the next thing, which are wants, and evaluating and asking ourselves what we can do or we can do without, or what we actually need as a want. Comment down below if you have had a struggle trying to balance between your wants and your needs. The next thing is focusing on my spending habits. Number one, some of the most tempting things you encounter when you have money, especially maybe when you're paid your salary or you're paid your money, you always think of how to spend the money. But this is my trick. I plan my budget a few days before payday, a few days before I get the money. That way, the money will not lead you, but you will lead it. You see, when something precedes the other, it is very easy for whatever came first to determine what will happen. If money comes first, you might find yourself spending, and then by the time you're coming up with a budget, it's already a deficit budget. But if you start with your budget, and I always say it should be done 10 days before so that there are no emotions attached. You just know in 10 days some money will be coming through, and this is what I want to do with the money. And ensure that budget is something which is within the income that you're expecting. Your expenditure may be higher than the income. So that is where you're planning ahead so that you can be able to address that deficit. What are you going to cut on? We said 2 options to manage your deficit. You can either reduce some of the expenses, or you can look for ways to increase your income. Maybe passive income, maybe having a business or something, but you just need to look for ways to have a balance. When you're planning for this expenditure, it should be in line with your short, medium, and long-term goals. Remember, you don't live for today unless you are not thinking about tomorrow. You also need to focus on tomorrow. You plan for your current expenditure as well as projected expenses as well as your future expenditure. And to be able to do this, if you have not already set your goals, it's time to do that. And your goals should not be limited. Just have long, short, and medium-term goals which will guide you in what you will be doing, maybe for the next 25 years, maybe even for your lifetime, maybe even for, I don't know, for as long as you can be able to plan, because planning helps you achieve what you desire to achieve and helps you create that positive focus when it comes to your money. Always remember, you have to allocate your money into. You have your expenses, you have your saving, you have your emergency fund, you have your entertainment. I don't know to consider it as a normal expense. It's something that you can plan, for example, entertainment and travel. And the last thing, you need to plan for your retirement. You will not be energetic forever, so you have to plan for when you don't have that energy, what will you survive on? What they say is sometimes what you survive on right now may be less than what you will need when you're older. Remember, your body will also have wear and tear, so you'll just be spending and not replenishing. So you need to have enough to spend without replenishing. What am I saying? You have invested in something that can generate you income when you're not able to work. Comment down below how many days you can last without your current income. Also, comment down below with how you're taking charge of your personal finance. The unfortunate thing is that most of these personal growth and personal finance, personal development things are not taught in school, but they are taught in the school of life. Are you learning from the school of life, or are you learning from your own experience, the mistakes you have done? Let me tell you, we have done mistakes over and over again, but the thing is, you don't stick there and get stuck in the mud. You focus on moving forward. So if you realize you're poor in a certain thing you're doing on your budget, don't focus on it, look at what you can do about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. Of course, if this is your kind of content, remember to give this video a thumbs up, share, and when you subscribe, ensure the notification bell is on so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. See you on our next one. Bye.